running to make the semifinals, but looking to finish strong in Group A. They were poised with a tough task with the U.S. and Canada in this group. You see, it's a nice day. These two teams actually had their first game pushed back because of some rain, a lot of rain in game number 1, so that's why it's so delayed here to get us finished up on Tuesday, but it's looking lovely in Dominican Republic, 83 degrees. Here's the Group A standings. You see the U.S. and Canada. They're going to match up later today, but those two have already moved on to the semifinals. So the question is, how will this end for Jamaica and Panama? They're both not only looking for their first win in this tournament, but they're also looking for their first goal in this group stage of Concacaf Championship play. So we'll see how that pans out in just a few. We're going to have processions and a national anthem coming up shortly.
Damas y caballeros, demos la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Jamaica y Panamá para el partido de esta tarde del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf 2023. Damas y caballeros, por favor ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Jamaica.
All right, just about ready to go here. Jamaica and Panama, Concacaf U20 play. This is the last game for both of these teams. Again, they look to go out on a strong note, and they're looking for goal number 1. As I said, Group A with U.S. and Canada was always going to be tough. You see the Jamaica starting 11, coached by Hugh Bradford. They have a lot, Bradford. They have a lot of talent on this roster. Oakley will be their keeper yet again, but the player to watch is Natoya Atkinson. She had a ton of goals in the qualifiers to even get here, and she's the clear number 9 on this roster. Always a point of attack, always a person to take the most shots. Defensively, the U.S. and Canada just did a great job of stifling her, but again, she's the number 1 option on this Jamaican roster. See the referees today. Marcotte out of Canada will be our center referee, and then there's the other 3 as well. We've got a game coming up after this, U.S. and Canada, and again, that will decide Group A. For Group B, it's already been decided. Mexico and Costa Rica are moving on. For Panama, they're in the same boat as Jamaica. They lost 2 games to the United States and Canada. They're both lopsided finishes, so again, there's just a lot to prove, and even if you can just muster up a goal, it's going to make a difference. You see the VAR room, which is always important, and just the fact that they have this at this level is really impressive. Panetta is our head of VAR today, and here is that Panama starting 11. So coached by Gutierrez. They've got a lot of scoring options as well. Panama does, of course, qualified to get here, one of just 8 teams to move on, but Shirlene King is going to be the player to watch. She is, again, the leading scorer in the qualifiers, but for both of these teams, nobody's been able to find the back of the net over the course of the 2 games they've played thus far. Panama's going to wear red. Of course, we'll see Jamaica in their classic gold and green. Both these teams, are senior teams, are going to be playing in the Women's World Cup. And so it's great to kind of see the mirroring that these youth organizations are, following the senior teams as well and making it here to CONCACAF to play in this 8-group stage. It's been really impressive to see in Jamaica and Panama just growing and growing as countries on the women's soccer front. A lot of these players will be on those senior teams down the line. And we're underway as Jamaica gets things started. Off to Johnson, and ricochets for a throw-in. Van Zanten redirects. Amelia Van Zanten here in the center of the midfield for Jamaica. Her sister Kiki plays on the senior national team. Was a huge part of them qualifying for the World Cup. Had a goal in those qualifiers. Here comes Jamaica and an opening save. No, that's how you want to start things out. Just put the pressure on if you're Jamaica. Another nifty move, cross put on, and it's broken up. Cleared out of the 18. For Panama, Garay, their starting keeper, already seeing pretty strong scoring opportunity. Both teams 2 losses and 2 shutout losses, but if you just tally up the numbers, Jamaica lost twice 4-0, and it was 6-0 and 5-0 the other scores for Panama. Service sails over everybody. See Bradford, head coach for Jamaica. Again, the senior team has qualified for the World Cup in the last 2 seasons, so 2, I should say. last 2 World Cups, so 2019 and then this most recent one that will happen in New Zealand and Australia. So Jamaican women's soccer is absolutely on the come up. Atkinson, again, definitely the biggest scoring threat on this Jamaican team, evident by the qualifying group stage that she had. So Jamaica won Group E, and she had 3 goals over the course of that tournament. Again, that was about a month ago. Only 8 teams moved on to play for a chance to win it all. Top 3 teams qualify for U20 World Cup. Lewis, the captain today, uses Oakley, her keeper. We've seen Ragan Andanan do a lot of the heavy lifting up top with Atkinson as well. Those are the players to watch out for Jamaica. Slice through, Panama off the pickup, but there's a trip. Opportunity here for Jamaica to capitalize, push wide. Fraser ripped away. Johnson's gonna toss it in now for Jamaica. Clearly been possessing opening minutes of this game. Physical play, no whistle. Oakley gonna race to keep this in, otherwise it would have been a corner. Whiffed though. Has to dive, a tackle you don't see many keepers have to make. Rojas for Panama. Gill. Settled by Rivera, makes a move. Slice up the middle and turned over back to Jamaica. It's Fraser. Trouble just getting it out in the midfield for Jamaica. And now Panama can control. Madrid, the captain today for Panama, loses control, but then it goes out. Panama, who outscored opponents in the qualifiers 29-1. Van Zanten blazing up the middle past another defender, dishes it off. Here's a chance. And that one just a little bit too heavy of a touch. But that's, you know, we talk about Atkinson and all she can do scoring-wise, but, you know, you have to have players that can feed her. And Van Zanten, as I said, comes from a very strong background football-wise. And a beautiful feed, just a little bit too much on that one. But if it connects for Jamaica, it will be a goal. That would have been 1v1 with the keeper, Ingare. Johnson uses Oakley, dangerous. Cleared out. Credit to the Jamaican midfield because every time Panama gets it, it's being poked away, Van Zanten in particular. Panama looks rushed when they're trying to set things up offensively. Lots of turnovers as well. Buttes at University of Florida. Stretching for it now is Powell. Van Zanten, committed to Florida State in the United States, play her college soccer. That is a program that has produced some of the best players in the world. You look at the U.S. women's national team, a lot of players went to Florida State. And in order to be a part of U20, you have to be born after January 1st, 2004. So a lot of these players are committed to playing college or just starting out their college careers. Atkinson trying to make some noise, defensively shut down, didn't have numbers there for Jamaica. Van Zanten's been so impressive. She's always a threat anytime she's lurking around the ball to just get it back, and you always need that link-up player on a roster. Clearly, that's what she provides. Garay off the hop, had to make that early save. Hasn't seen a shot since then, but it was pretty point blank. Again, USA and Canada coming up after this game to decide Group A. Group A would have been decided if not for the opening weather issues that came through in Dominican Republic. Luckily, they were able to get the field cleared and everything was good for the rest of the tournament. Powell for Van Zanten, somehow gets it back. Up in the air, and there's a shot, dive and save for Garay. Just trying to tuck it in that corner for Jamaica. Fraser. And you can just see Jamaica getting numbers forward. They look a little more decisive with the passes that they're making.
Lewis, you're too flat.
Buttes off a reset now to Oakley.
Keep coming. Look here. Keep going.
Lewis surveys.
Now you have her.
Van Zanten turns, squares, fires. You can see her always using that width. Now off to Fraser. Collision, but no call. Fraser 1-1. Would have been a great spot for a free kick if Jamaica had gotten it, but they won't.
Come inside a little bit more, Avery.
Powell, Atkinson. That shot, I think, skimmed off the back of a Jamaican player, so not enough power on it. Dragon on. our first whistles of the game. It's going to be a foul against Jamaica. Johnson with the call, because that tackle was late. Oh, hops to Oakley, not much there for Panama. Couldn't set anything up clean. Johnson. Buttes now for Jamaica, starts, stops. Twirls around. Lewis. Somehow slips that one through. Combo not on the same page for Jamaica. Panama has a chance to retaliate. Pond gives it away.
Hey, make the run, Destiny, in between them, in between them.
Panama just hasn't looked particularly crisp. And again, it feels like they're trying to get it all done at once. Atkinson, the other way, gets past a defender. And a diving play to deny from Garay. Johnson, right back on the attack. Cross put on, Van Zanten, little dummy run, off the post, but a finish for Atkinson, she's right there. Oh, just causing some chaos in the 18, and it works out for Natoya Atkinson. Credit to this entire attack for Jamaica. And again, a dummy run by Van Zanten right for Powell. Rips that off the post. And then the most lethal and clinical finisher, Atkinson, is there to just chip it in the back of the net. There you have it, though. Jamaica on the board, takes the lead, and finally gets a goal over the course of Concacaf U20 championship play. Van Zanten, you can see her speed. Bumped away, though, for Panama. Now down 1-0, they've got some work to do.
Time your run, Fraser, time your run. Hey, Tequila, come in here. Look this way.
Late whistle goes against King. We haven't seen much of her. Charlene King is, again, was the leading scorer for Panama over the course of group play in the qualifiers to get here to the championship. She had 5 goals, you know, also part of the U17 group in 2022. Just hasn't had many touches.
Leave it. Tequila, get up in here. Look at Fraser. Keep tucking it, Fraser. Go on, Fraser, go on. You, Akila, you. All right. Xavier, look behind you. Again, Akila.
Push towards the middle, left-footed strike, and that one's gonna be wide. I like the idea for Panama to just try to challenge the keeper in Oakley. Diana Pond
You got Davia, yep. Hey,
is trying to rip a shot.
Maya, you should be going quicker.
Oakley. Oh, that didn't have a lot of pace to it. Felt like Panama had a chance to really pounce and take that one away, but they do not. Richards breaks through some contact. Roll to Johnson. Van Zanten has enough time to wait for it. Swerve, pushes on a tackle, a little bit awkward. Van Zanten again, tripped up, keeps it in the center. Opportunity here for Jamaica, goal number 2, and it goes right to the keeper in gray, but I like, again, Fraser on those wide areas. Van Zanten's been able to use the wings well. I mean, a leading pass and just beating everybody, gets in behind, stays on side in the process. Gill. That one behind King. The problem, I think, for King and everybody that did well in those qualifiers is, once teams know what you can do and have the film on what you can do, they're going to key in on you. And we haven't seen her score yet in this championship run. Again, remember 8 teams got to move on after the qualifying play. The United States and Mexico did not participate in that because they had already qualified for this championship round late May, early June. But it was USA, Mexico, Panama, Jamaica, Canada, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic, the 8 teams. And that will be dwindled down to 4. We'll have the semifinals on Thursday. Just a couple of late tackles here for Jamaica. That one against Powell that have caused, a pair of free kicks now for Panama. The first one, nothing much came of it. We'll see if second time around they can really set something up and challenge Oakley. It will be King back to take this. Just goes with a short pass. Rosas back to King. Off her left foot. Service in. Header. And that's going to go back to Jamaica. Trouble clearing. Rosas. Lewis. Van Zanten gives it away. Goldstein. Trouble collecting, so keeps it for Panama. This is better for Panama, just in terms of possessing and actually being able to go on the attack, although that one slides ahead of everybody. Looking for Bello making a run, just almost too much power on it. Richards. Powell. Tries to go wide. King's all the way back to make an interception. We'll get an offside call as well. Again, 1-0 lead for Jamaica. Saw an early strike in the 16th minute from Atkinson. That's a difference right now. Still plenty of time for Panama to get their first goal of championship play and also level the score. Again, it's a long week. You come here to Dominican Republic to compete. Leaving with 3 points would make it probably a little more meaningful. These are a group of players for each country that are extremely competitive. They want to win, and they're used to winning. Like I said, just a series of fouls here for Jamaica. Frustration one there from Powell. And now Panama gets another set piece opportunity, just out of position, and Rivera gets ripped down. It's gonna be King. King with her left foot sails that one way over the crossbar, but it's clearly her left foot that's gonna be, you know, the biggest threat for Panama. We saw it on that prior to that free kick. Little give and go, trying to get the defense moving, and then she took a shot as well. If she can get that on frame, it's going to be difficult for Oakley to make any sort of stop. And then, of course, even if she does, you have the ability to get some rebounds and finish those. Now, Oakley has not made a huge save just yet. Fraser dumps it behind her. Broken up by Panama. King on the move now. Nifty move off her left foot, takes a shot, and it's blocked down by Buttes. Van Zanten wants to go the other way on a counter here for Jamaica. Swerving through the entire defense. Powell up the middle. Lifts it. And redirected out of play. That was a good sequence actually for both sides. Buttes. Van Zanten. Soaring that one through off the back of Atkinson. She limped a little as a result. King. Goldstein. Collected by Gill. Now she centers off the back of her foot. Here's a chance, and just no strike on it for Pond. She's wide open, and it was good off-ball movement for her. And again, Jamaica on the front foot for the opening 16 minutes that led to that first strike. Panama's responded well. They look a little more, you know, calm as this game has gone on. They've had a chance to really just, you know, take a breath and get into it. It does feel like they're knocking on the door of that first really good scoring opportunity. Van Zanten. Lewis. Looking for options, can't find any, but it's immediately swiped. Bello runs into trouble. Bounces that one off of Lewis. Oh, that's a very clear shove. Rivera. Van Zanten trying to slide that one, slips it. Here she is again. No call. Jamaica wanted a penalty. Oh, you can see this again. Johnson goes down in the box. I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's a very clear foul. But I can understand why Jamaica would think so. Now Johnson's still struggling. And this is a chance, you know, that they don't have in qualifiers. They do have here to look at VAR and see if this actually is a penalty after all. It's such a important thing to have the ability to look at this. All right, actually, now that I'm seeing this again, let's see. Yeah, I would say you can see Rojas not really touching the ball, and I mean there's an entire body in front of her, so it's not a clear path to actually get there. And takes out Johnson in the process, and obviously they're gonna have Marcotte look at this. Huge moment in this game. They're saying they're checking for a handball. Let's see. I didn't see a handball. I don't think it's clear enough that you could make that decision. Wow. Okay, so they will say it is a penalty. Again, that's why we have VAR and Concacaf. Clearly, they are more qualified than I am to see this. Oh, right there, yes. That's the perfect angle for it. Because you can see, the initial thought would be, and I could see how you'd miss it initially, is that it skimmed off a back. But it does indeed hit a hand, and I was at first looking to see if it was a penalty, just, you know, going for the ball, but no, that's a clear handball. And tough break for Rojas and Panama. And now if you're Jamaica, have a chance to add some cushion. With still 15 minutes to go before halftime, you could get even more. See what Garay can do. It's always tough for a keeper in these spots. It will be Richards back to take the penalty. From Richards, tucks it in the corner. 2-0, Jamaica leads. Just picture perfect. Davia Richards. Yeah, lofts that one up. Right in that corner. And now, Jamaica, 16 minutes after they scored in the 16th minute, will add to their lead yet again. And again, it was a VAR review that leads to that penalty. They ultimately call a handball on Rojas. Tough break for Panama, who I thought over the last 10 minutes had some really good, you know, potential scoring chances. Now they really hadn't put much on frame, but it looked cleaner from them. King. Handles again. Rosas. Rosas. Lots of space. Goes behind to Rivera. Panama possessing, not really going anywhere with it. Richards blazing forward. Again, just scored that penalty for Jamaica. Van Zandt's been all over the pitch. Takes off. Right into that defense, though. I think was trying to go wider, and it just didn't come off the back of her foot right. And here they come again. Jamaica on the move. Timely touch by Madrid for Panama. Under-20 has been a threat on the left side, and then we've seen Van Zandt in the middle, you know, just kind of dishing it off, again being that key cog for them. But then Fraser on the right. It really is a tough combo. Atkinson. She's the last to touch a goal kick here for Garay. Well, we've got roughly 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And again, Jamaica's tallied in the 16th minute and the 32nd minute. Atkinson and Richards on a penalty. Powell trying to muscle her way through. Atkinson gets tackled down, and there's a shot! A goal for Jamaica. Well, you thought you were out of the woods there if you're Panama, and it just lands to the wrong person. As you see that tackle wide open, tucked in that left side. Under-20, who's been, again, a threat on the wing today, just bounces one in the back of the net. This has been a difficult, not even 45 minutes for Panama. Again, it's easy to get caught up in, you know, transitive property and all of that when you think about these games. You thought it would be a little more competitive than it has been. King just wants to do it all herself, blocked down by the defense. Again, losing 6-0, 5-0 to US and Canada, Panama. And now they find themselves down 3-0 to Jamaica. And not even through the first half. And on the flip side for Jamaica, it's been a tough, you know, couple of games against the US and Canada. They needed a bounce back game, and they have it so far. King will be the one to take this corner kick. Actually, she's an option. They'll have Rivera back there as well, and it is going to be Rivera off her right foot, back post, and Oakley has it. Van Zanten. Johnson. Lewis now. Johnson again. Tackled out, King looks ahead, finds Bello, and that touch ends up right with Jamaica. Ping pongs back to Panama. And that midfield for Rivera. Madrid. Shifty. Rosas. Rojas, the one that unfortunately had the handball, gets a big shove there. Again, that's the only downside for Jamaica. Sometimes they get out of position and end up fouling in a way that Panama hasn't done as much. Looks like we're going to see a pair of early subs for Panama. I don't see a lot of teams make changes like this in the first half. But clearly down 3-0, you're going to do what you have to do. So Marissa Gross, Regina Espino will both enter this game with 5 minutes to go in the first half. King. There's a big shot, but way over the crossbar for Rivera. Strong defense by Madrid. Just jockeys that so that Atkinson doesn't have any sort of threat in the 18. Again, Atkinson was the one to get things going for Jamaica. It feels like a while ago because there's been 2 goals since then. But it was a good sequence for Jamaica. She was there to finish the job. Oakley's way up. Johnson. Van Zanten. Right foot. Goes on the left side. Intercepted.
Keep it. Look at Davia.
Johnson. Soars that one up. Richards.
Get your head up.
Stumbles. Lewis.
Hey, you're too high.
Buttes.
As soon as they go to her, you gotta get there. Lewis. Lewis. You're not giving them an angle behind you.
Van Zanten. Johnson.
Just keep the ball.
A lot of short passes here for Jamaica, but they're not really going anywhere with them. Finally, a look, Fraser. Off her left foot, pass Atkinson. Now Rivera will slow. Gross just entered. Now King will take another corner. Despite having the advantage over Jamaica in this category, Panama has not created a good scoring chance off of a set piece. That one's low, and Oakley dives. Cuts that one off perfectly. Fraser. Atkinson, Johnson, and now Van Zanten again. Lewis. That one read well by Panama. We'll get a whistle. There was 2 potential fouls, but I think it's the second one that will go against Fraser. See this late tackle. That just takes out Gill. Oh, sauce. We're just gonna get 2 minutes of stoppage time. First half, Jamaica and Panama. King. Off of Van Zanten, back of her legs, late whistle. King draws another foul. Great chance for Panama to finally get a good look off of one of these set pieces. Just over the crossbar that skims the top, but I like that for Rivera. It's the best one we've seen for Panama. Lewis. Touch to Johnson. 3 defenders swarm. Trips, but still has it. Buttes goes the other way, trying to get past King. Panama looking for one final push. Van Zanten has other ideas. On the move. See Atkinson just trying to stay on side as an option. That's going to do it, though, for the first half. Jamaica with a very with the statement first 45 minutes, 3 goals. It starts in the 16th minute, and they just keep on going. Atkinson, Richards with a penalty kick, and an Anjanan as well. And those are your 3 goal scorers for Jamaica. For Panama, they've had the advantage in corners, they've had the advantage in free kicks, but they haven't really challenged Oakley to get a good goal scoring opportunity and find the back of the net. So that's going to do it for the first 45 minutes here. Jamaica and Panama playing their final game of Concacaf U20 Championship play. We'll take a break, come back with highlights and the second half on the other side. Jamaica and Panama here at Concacaf U20 Championship play. We're going to see Panama make another sub. Remember, they made 2 before the end of that first half. Just trying to get something different, you know, added, especially offensively, I think. Hincapi's going to come in. That's Daniela Hincapi. So they'll just get 2 more. Meanwhile, on the Jamaican side, I think they're going to stick with what they've got because it's been working. Up 3-0 on Panama after playing 45 minutes. Looks like Jamaica's going to make the 1 change too, so Buckley will come in. Things just still not totally clicking for this Panama team. You can see that one just sliding in a way that Montenegro could not pick up. Powell. Been a threat. She's the one that hit that, slammed it, I should say, off the post. Led to the first goal. The way it bounced right to Atkinson. It's a very tough break for Panama. Probably should have had a finish herself. Now that one's gonna roll to Garay. Faced with a lot of challenges. We saw the stats at the halftime break. 10 shots for Jamaica compared to just 3 for Panama. Panama just had the 1 shot on target as well. They sailed quite a few over the crossbar, and not just skimming the crossbar. I can think of the one that Rivera just barely had over, but 2 that were way over. You got to put those on frame if you're Panama looking for a big comeback. Johnson. Lewis. King. Pass Van Zanten, who's still muscling for it, and she's going to get called for a foul there. Yeah, just clipped. King trying to make a tackle. Looks like King's all right, although hesitating a little bit. This one from distance, so we'll see who the target is. Header, whiffed. Looked like first that was gonna be headed by Rivera. Ended up bouncing for an opportunity. And Cape, the new substitute, just completely missed. Lewis dodges. Oakley chips that one up. Powell. And tries to turn and go. Starts, stops, and centers now. Van Zanten. So shifty. I mean, you see 3 defenders on her, and it's not even causing any issues. Powell again. Strong tackle. I think for Panama, Madrid's been a bright spot defensively.
Hey, who's coming to help?
The frustrations boiling over. See Gill. Now it's been a tough go of it here for Panama. now been outscored 14-0 in their time in Concacaf Championship play.
You gotta drop in. Look how they're spreading it out.
Johnson forced to that corner. He's got a couple of players, including Gross, on her back.
Maya, inside. Into the open space. Go. Maya, today, into the open space.
Madrid.
You, Maya. You, Maya.
Montenegro. Gil. Better for Panama. You know, one thing for them, the opportunities have mostly come off of those set pieces in terms of sequences and just kind of collaborating in the attacking third. We haven't seen much of it. Maybe some of these changes will be helpful. Cape can't totally control. Buckley, one of the new changes for Jamaica, splits the D, evades a tackle, has it again. That one just behind Lou, but I love the effort to really stretch and curl your body for that one. Just a bit of a hip check there for Lou after that one sailed past her. Again, the United States and Canada will play to decide this group after. Those are the top two teams from Group A. They will join Mexico and Canada, or excuse me, Mexico and Costa Rica on Friday to decide Concacaf U20 championship winner. Top three teams will go to the World Cup in 2024. Concacaf hasn't had a champion since 2012 at the U20 level. It was the United States, otherwise it's been Japan, Germany, most recently Spain. And for Jamaica and Panama, they're gonna have to wait. Most of these players will graduate out of the U20 level for the next time around. King. Rivera takes it herself, and that one's wide. Again, all of the shots, it feels like, have been from distance for Panama, which just makes it difficult to actually get it on frame. Rivera again. Richards. Johnson. Gill. Loses it. Buckley. Here's a chance for Lou. Buckley ahead. All alone. Looks to strike. And off her left foot, it's off target. But I love the pace she can provide. And it feels like her and Lou have developed some chemistry early. They both came in to start the second half. Perhaps was a little offside as well. Well, we're 10 minutes into this second half. Haven't seen a goal yet. It took Jamaica 15 minutes to get on the board in that first half, and then really just took advantage. We've seen a penalty goal for them. We've seen actually a little bit of everything. The first one came in the 18 after a rebound off the post landed for Atkinson. We've seen a penalty. We've seen one from way outside distance for Jamaica. Just means they have not one insurance goal, but two. Powell. Too far ahead to Lou. Shuffling back is Garay, and she'll just dive on it. Oh, we got a collision. Powell plays on. Lou in the 18 takes a shot, and it's off the side of the netting. We'll see this prior. It did look pretty 50-50, but Espino's down, wanted a call. Gill. Lofted up. Handled by King in the 18. Takes a shot herself, and it's swatted down by Oakley. Just barely touched that with her fingertips. Enough to redirect. Best look for Panama all game. And that's exactly how you want it. Good vision to get that long ball up to King. King. Good movement from Oakley. Cuts her off. Again, that's the most kind of put together we've seen for Panama offensively in this game. And for them, I mean, even if you don't win this game, just having a stronger second half than the first, I think, be crucial in terms of progress and leaving feeling happy about this tournament. I mean, it's never going to be easy if you go out 0-3. But these are some of the best players in this age group in the world competing right now for a chance to go to the World Cup. And unfortunately, Jamaica and Panama just out of it. Still on her feet is Powell, despite a couple of knocks. Richards. Van Zanten. Moves left. Evades a tackle and another one. And Madrid finally touches it out. Looks like Madrid's all right. She did take a kind of awkward spill while trying to nudge it out. Buckley. Lou. Didn't have a ton of power to that header for Una Lou, but you can see just the height that she provides, and if she got a better, stronger look at that, that's going in. Came off the side of her head. It's always going to be difficult that way. Gross. Boxed out. sent out there for Jamaica. Lewis has been the anchor for Jamaica defensively. They want a shutout. It would be their first of this championship tournament. Madrid being kind of slice and dice there, having some problems. It's fallen twice now. So half an hour to go, Jamaica and Panama. Richards. King. Burst of speed. And Cappy. Rivera. Stumbling. She's gonna fall right into Butte, excuse me. We'll see this again. I don't think she got tripped necessarily, but yeah. Unfortunately, moving right into a still object there in Buttes, essentially. Looks like she's all right, but always got to be cautious when it's, you know, anything head, neck potential. King. Chipped away, sliding for it, Rivera. Buckley. Johnson. Buckley again. Van Zanten slides it off to Buttes. Richards loses a handle on it. Panama can counter. Montegro. And Cappy. Another foul against Jamaica. See this again, just late. Obviously Panama got there first, and it'll be Williams who gets called for that. Curled up, back post. Not a strong header. We do have a foul in the 18. Actually, it's gonna be an offside call. See this again. Yes, that is correct. Lewis. Powell has it ripped away by Rivera, who then takes a knock herself, spinning down. We'll get a whistle now. And a card. It's the first one we've seen. It will go against Powell. There's still 25 minutes to go in this game. If Panama can strike now, it is certainly not over. You don't want to get caught up in that if you're Jamaica. Big moment right here. Again, another set piece for Panama. King gives it away right to Powell, who got that yellow card. I think there might have been some confusion with King and Espino of who was going to take that. I can't imagine that was exactly what they wanted to do there.
Hey, we had this out here. Stay high, stay up. Watch the back line though.
Buttes, Buckley. To Madrid for Panama. Gross, nice leading pass. And Cappy just trying to edge it out. And it's Lewis again, who's been steady defensively for Jamaica. And Cappy again, trying to square on that flank, and I believe it was pushed out.
Una! Keep coming this way, Una!
Lift it up for King, just too high.
No, in front of Nadia! In front of her!
Buttes. Big boot on that one. Madrid has to shuffle back, skies it out of play. Richards off the toss. Buckley evades Madrid. Here's a chance, and it just rolls to the keeper, Garay. But a good look. Johnson just couldn't get a whack on it. Lewis. Jolted towards that corner. Looks like Panama will just let it roll. Well, Jamaica's defense has been great today, and it starts from that top line, just being aggressive. But you think about it too, this is a team in Jamaica that did not allow a goal in the qualifiers. So they held everybody scoreless, and then they come in here and they give up 4 to the United States and 4 to Canada. They want to get back to that sort of defensive strength that they had over the course of qualifiers, and we're seeing it 70 minutes in.
Hey, recover!
Lou curls it up, and it goes right to Garay. Johnson spins and is pushed. got 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. See if Jamaica can hang on and win their first game here in championship as they close out group stage, close out their time here in the Dominican Republic.
Come on! Too late!
And Cappy, I think it hit her hand. It did, yes.
Open your space before you play the ball. Good. Can we go bigger with it?
Buckley squares, looking to connect there with Williams on the same page. Madrid.
Swing back inside. Swing back inside. Good. Just shift it. Do not be aware. Drop yours, Mimi, a little bit. Come on here. Come on.
Rivera looks, looking for Hincape, can't turn and fire. Powell. There she is again. Their left foot leading past to Buckley. So much speed, gets there. And that's going to be a whistle. The question is it in or out of the box as Garay comes up and really didn't have a choice but to challenge this. Look at how much speed Buckley has. That's in the box. This will be another penalty for Jamaica, their second of the game. Now that's a hard foul, not a handball this time around. But this time they'll use Van Zanten. See if she can finish and make it 4-0. Amelia Van Zanten buries it. Goal number 4 for Jamaica. Take a hefty lead on Panama and look to control their final game here in the Dominican Republic. Now you see this one. Just lifts it over. The keeper doesn't, I mean, goes top shelf, but doesn't find a corner necessarily. Is going to bring us to a cooling break here in the second half between Panama and Jamaica, but it really has been all Jamaica in this game, and they had a great opening 45 minutes, putting away 3 goals, and now to add a 4th here with that Van Zanten finish is, I think, a surefire way to secure a win over Panama. But you got to give credit to Buckley, who drew the foul, and the feed as well from Powell and Williams, just kind of the combination sequence that led to that penalty. Really pretty stuff from Jamaica, and I think Buckley's been a great addition off the bench. Tons of speed, and Panama really hasn't had an answer for her. You could see not a lot of players could actually get there before the keeper in that moment. But she did and drew the foul as well in the 18. We'll see a change. It's going to be Smith who comes in. Johnson, her day is done. But you see this straight on. The keeper in gray commits to one side, and Van Zanten goes right up the middle. Lewis boxed out and just trying to nudge it away. It was Hincape. I think Lewis clearly wanted a whistle. Richards. Williams just being hounded by Rivera. Now we'll get a call. Well, we've got a little less than 15 minutes to go. Getting United States and Canada coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That should be very interesting. Both those teams undefeated, and two decisive victories over these two teams. Neither has allowed a goal, so a bit of a different look than these two teams who hadn't scored a goal going in. That one hops over. Powell has a chance almost to finish as it actually cleared Garay. Gross, past another defender. Van Zanten has to race back. Panama, can they get on the board? Oh, there's gonna be a penalty. Drawn by Gill. And the first penalty for Panama, the third of this game, is coming up. No, that's the new sub, Smith. Her whole body was moving in one direction and she clipped Gill for Panama. Rosas tucks it in the corner. Well, there you have it. Panama has her first goal of Concacaf 20 play here at the championship level. That just freezes up Oakley on that one. And look, I don't think it's gonna be, actually never say never, but there's 12 minutes, so don't wanna say that this game is still probably out of reach for Panama. But again, just to get on the board here and not get shut out for the third straight game, I'm sure is meaningful. King, maybe this will ignite Panama. Rivera gets whistled for that one, just would not leave Powell alone. But if you're a coach, I think you appreciate how she's still fighting in these final minutes. It's gonna be a warning from our center referee, Marcotte. We have seen one yellow card. It was against Powell, actually, for Jamaica.
Look up.
Van Zanten tackled up. Nice chip forward. Here's an opportunity for Buckley. Collects, falls, almost still got it. Williams fights for it, fires, and is wide.
Let's go, we gotta get our shape back.
But we've got 10 minutes to go between Jamaica and Panama. Concacaf U20 championship play. King, Rivera strikes, and that off the back of the head of Hincapi, I think, or maybe even her neck. Ended up being a decent look for Oakley. Buttes passing Cappy. Richards, second goal for Jamaica in that first half. One of the penalties, one of two penalties they've taken advantage of. Buckley showing off her speed yet again. Powell back to Buckley, off her chest, still gets a shot off. That's too much of a stretch, and Ray's there.
Should be dropping. Andre!
Curled, Hincapi off her head. Tried to one-time it, but Buttes closed down that space quickly. Powell. Pass Rivera. That's another defender. Williams. Looking to slip Madrid. Rivera collapses in and takes it away. Van Zandt, if she gets there, sliding for it off Garay. Powell lifts this one up and it bounces wide. Now Garay collided. It looks like she's all right, but Powell's also down for Jamaica. Panama is going to make a change. Cargill will come in.
Keep it in front of you, let's go. Finish the game off.
Rose Mena will also come in. 2 changes for Panama.
Drop! Keep going. Williams, go help her. Good. Come, Williams. Play it line, play it line.
Williams, 2 defenders, still tackles that one out, and now she's gonna get a card because it was late. Second card we've seen against Jamaica. Well, got the shove and the tackle there.
Come in there. Hey, let's find Prinny's feet. To your right some more, Williams. To your right.
I don't think it's going to prove to be too costly for Jamaica, who again has a 3-goal cushion. That strike! Oakley with a beautiful stop. Pushes that over the crossbar. You know, sometimes you just need your keeper to make a fantastic save. And we'd been waiting for Panama to finally get one of these from distance on frame. They do, and Oakley gets enough of that off the crossbar and over. Go look from Gill. Not much else you can do there. That was going in. Oakley. Another good cutoff by her. Boots this one up.
Hey, relax! Hey! Slow it down! Take it!
Garay just stifles Van Zandt.
Come! Come! On it! On it! No foul! Good! Hey, drop! Here, let's go!
Timed that really well for Gray, because otherwise that's Van Zandt in second goal. We'll see another change for Jamaica. McNutt will come in. Lewis will come out. And we'll see them switch the captain's armband as well.
Hey, shape it! Una, come inside! Williams, let's go! Good!
Williams. It's tangled up, no call. King gave it her best shot. Will be a goal kick here for Jamaica. Chance to kill some clock as well.
Not too high. Make sure you can help. Go on, just go on.
Through the air, Buckley. Now Madrid touches it out. Buckley's definitely been a problem for Panama. Just everyone struggling to keep up with her. Richards. Buckley again. Off to Richards. Blocked down by Madrid. No call. Do have a couple of players down, one for each side now. And Marcotte, our center referee, will blow the whistle to make sure everybody's all right. Obviously dangerous to have players laying down. So Richards, one of the players, looks like holding her hip. Appears to be all right. King wants another one. Cut off.
Destiny, get in there. Hey, there's two. Liam, come on.
Quickly, Panama trying to make something happen on this corner. There's a shot. Light. Ends up top of the 18. Not totally cleared. And finally, that one out of trouble for Jamaica. Buckley, the other way, does not have numbers. Just keeps on going past Madrid. Past another defender. Buckley all by herself right to Garay. That would have been something if she finished. And there's the whistle to end this game. Jamaica, with a massive first half, takes down Panama. They score 3 in the first, and they win this game 4-1. 3 penalties combined for both of these teams. But again, it's Jamaica who controls, and they win their first and final game of Concacaf U20 championship play. For Panama, they get their first goal of the tournament, but for both of these countries, their time here is done. A good performance from Jamaica. Panama fights through it. Again, these two teams are out of it now and can go home after this trip to the Dominican Republic. A really fun game. Saw a bit of everything. Saw a lot of physical play that led to some penalties. Jamaica looked strong and deserved the victory. All right, that's going to do it for myself, Maura Sheridan, and our entire crew. We'll have highlights coming up from this entire game shortly. But again, final score is 4-1. Jamaica beats Panama.
It is a hard game today for Panama, but you keep trying to the end.
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Hard game today for Panama, you keep trying to the end.
Yeah, we've been working really hard every single game. You know, we're not getting the results, but step by step, we're getting there.
You're talking about step by step. What next for Panama now?
You know, working harder every practice. You know, every game, we're getting closer to like beating the teams. You know, it just takes a few more months, and then we'll show